So Grant, first of all, do you have any questions? I have a few, but I want to open it up to the audience first. So questions, please. There's some, that's what it is. There's a question. Ruth, please, go ahead.
Well, I happened to watch Misery this week, coincidentally, and that inspired me, which I didn't realize.
That, yes.
So Misery inspired the film?
There were many inspirations, but Misery was definitely an inspiration for those last scenes where my character's being held in the basement. I don't know if anyone in here has seen HBO's The Jinx or Netflix's Making a Murderer or True Detective. Those were also inspirations of ours, as you may see by the style of film that we did, using both documentary style and narrative filmmaking. And that was really important to us, that we kind of tricked you into thinking it was this light, goofy documentary in the beginning, and then it slowly but surely turns into a real narrative kind of crime thriller at the end. So I think we executed it that way. I hope everyone else thinks so too.
But it seemed that there was always a cameraman with Duke.
That is correct. It was kind of like he's just this crazy filmmaker that no matter what, he's always filming every part of his life. If you notice, like those scenes where Diane's driving in the car, it says Duke Micro or Duke Office. He's filming everything she's doing. He's filming everything that Tyler has been doing the last 6-7 years. And the funny thing about that is Peter, our director, Peter Pardini, was very adamant about making the best use of our time as filmmakers, and we had cameras rolling the whole time as well. So while our main film crew was setting up for the next shot, we have our own handy cams rolling, just getting everything. And as you might have seen in the film, though that some of those people those were our real crew members. That was our real DP, and that was our real sound guy, and that was our real AC. So we thought that element was cool too, and it made it even more real.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah.
So let's see, I gotta move over here so I can see hands go up. Other questions? Yes, Al.
What was the budget for the film?
The budget for the film.
The budget was $40,000. Yeah, we how should I say this? We were very happy with the outcome on such a low budget. Peter and I like to step back and say, you know, if anyone else made this, it would have been 200 to 500. We're happy we made it for 40. So, and you know that you have to get really creative when you're in the ultra low budget realm. You have to get really creative, and so it presented a lot of challenges, but creative challenges, which I think were good.
The way you're describing it, you've been involved from the very start, and not cast in the film, but rather helped create the film.
Right, I produced it.
So you're a producer as well? Okay.
Yeah, and Peter and I, I was telling Karen last night, right? Yeah. It started on a handshake. You know, Peter looked in my eyes and said, "We're doing this. We're going to make it a film." And so it was months and months of just us grabbing coffee in Los Angeles and being like, "What's this story going to be?" You know, and we get the story started, and then we're like, "How is that going to make sense?" And then we have that much, and then so just little by little, you know, you add ingredients to make it grow, and then finally you have your product at the end.
And then what about the rest of the cast? Where were they?
The rest of the cast, Doug, the actor Douglas Bennett, who played Duke, the filmmaker, he worked on Peter and I's last film, Ordinary Man, which you may have seen make an appearance in that movie. That was Peter and I's real film from 2012. That was in a few film festivals as well. And we thought, what a neat idea to tie in one of our own productions to this new film that we're doing. And it makes sense because my character in this is an actor, and so Doug was in that with us, and he was great. And I believe Peter had met Doug on an even previous project prior to that. So we've known him for a number of years now. Let's see, who else was there? Catherine, who played Diane. That's Peter's girlfriend. So we knew her. So that was an easy test. And Lydia, Peter had known, he had done a short film in college with Lydia, who played Thank you. Kelsey. And I loved acting with her. I mean, she's so comfortable and confident on screen, so it really made it easy for me to really get into that character. And I just really enjoyed the scenes that I had with her. And then the gentleman who plays Garry, the one that crime is all centered around, the director who dies, he's an amazing actor, Matt Figuera, and I went to college with him. And he was actually in my wedding party, along with Peter. Peter was a groomsman in my wedding as well. So Peter and I think it's really good to surround yourself by good people that you know are going to execute their jobs and execute them properly.
Very true. Other questions? Yes, Ed?
The cheap seats. How do you envision the continuity of the story? What happens to Duke? What happens to Tyler? Or is that a sequel that you're working on?
I love that question.
What is the continuity of the film?
Yes, I love that question because there is an answer for it. What I think happens to Tyler, you notice at the end, he contemplates taking the memory chip out of the camera, and at the last second he puts it back in. I think he's been living with this lie for so many years, and he finally admitted to it, and it's on video. So he probably knows that he's going to jail at some point, but he's happy that he can have this moment of clarity where he can just kind of enjoy these last few moments of real life where he's free of that lie that he's been living for so many years. So that's kind of what I think happens to Tyler. Duke is a sociopath, and he comes into the scene and sees these two women who have just been murdered, and then he walks over to the camera and watches the footage that's on the tape, and he's happy because he has the ending to his film. And so, to me, Duke is just fine and dandy. He said, you notice he's kind of just like, oh, Diane, what a shame. Like, that would have been nice if I could have married her, but my film's going to be complete and everyone's going to love me for it. That's kind of what I think happens to both of those characters. And every time I watch the film, because I know how it ends, I always kind of get sad for Diane's character when I see her and Duke out by the pool kind of giggling and laughing, because she's the one person, she's the one character in the whole film who is completely 100% innocent and the most normal person that we come across. And for her to get murdered is always so sad to me, because it's the black cat cliche where that superstition of being around a black cat is, bad things are going to happen. That, if we haven't figured out yet, is Duke's character. No matter who he comes into contact with, he's that superstition, and those bad things happen to those people.
Other questions?
I can talk about this forever, so please.
Where does the film go next?
So where do you take it next? Where do you want it to ultimately go?
Ultimately, we would welcome a distribution deal. We're hoping to have it on some, form of streaming platforms. I think is the most logical and hopeful goal at this point. That's, at first we kind of were just like hopefully we can show it somewhere, and we get it here, and we get it's overwhelming how the reception has been. We get emails that people want to show it, and so but our ultimate hope is that it goes onto a streaming platform such as Netflix or Hulu, or we plan to get on iTunes, and then Peter and I really would like to have hard copy discs made, Blu-rays, because we have so much extra footage of those documentary scenes with those interviews. And I mean, we have probably 6 hours plus. Those interviews were real. They were not scripted. They were almost 100% improvised by all of the actors, including myself. And Doug's character, Duke, just interviewed the actors. And so we have so much footage that we want to show everybody. And we have a lot of even more behind the scenes footage. And it's a shame, it's hard when you're making a film because there's so much, you film so much, and it's a shame to have to cut some stuff out. But if we're running a little heavy on the front end or running a little heavy on the back, you gotta trim the fat somewhere and hope that it really doesn't affect. And I think we did a pretty good job with that. But that's just how it is making a film.
So then, do you have another project that's after this, or do you already are you running with this one for a while and then you're gonna start something?
At the moment, our focus is this one, and I know we both have things that we would like to make in the future, and it's just we're overwhelmed by the reception of this right now. I don't think either one of us can really think about starting, but I'm always wanting to. I'll just be walking down the street and I'll see something and it's like, oh, that'll be a good idea for the next project, whatever that may be. So
wonderful. Well, thank you for bringing your film to us. Thank you for traveling out here to see us and to answer the questions. Thank you, audience, for being here. Bring Garry, everybody.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. It means a lot. Thank you.